Welcome to the CineShow Podcast. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Matt. And this time we have watched Obsession and The Mandalorian and Grogu.
I don't know if he's
There's an R2-D2.
Yeah,
we saw it at our local Parkway Cinema.
Yeah.
Which was lovely in the super duper lux seating, sound, projection.
Only way to watch films for me now.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Should we get straight on?
Yeah, go for it. So who's going first?
Well, shall I start with Obsession?
Well, it's not alphabetical order, but yeah, go for it.
Well, it could be, well. It's reverse alphabetical
Obsession.
Order. Obsession. Now, the first thing about Obsession I would say is, when you Google it, it says 2025, but then also it comes up as 2026.
So that means it had its premiere release last year.
My theory is, so this is a Blumhouse and Universal Studios production. Now, Universal and Blumhouse, which is Jason Blum, who was the producer of Insidious and Conjuring films and made his name from that, set up his production company. And then they also, alongside the big films they do, they churn out a shitload of straight-to-streaming horrors.
Yep. Single use.
Of which there are many.
Yeah.
Half a dozen a year.
Yeah.
I think with this, they did that very same process, and then somebody watched it and thought, hang on, this is pretty damn good.
Possible.
This is pretty damn good. Let's give this a cinema release.
Yeah.
The fact that it had $1 million budget and has made, I think today, 100 million or something like that. I think this basically got a cinema release because it was better than the other stuff they were churning out.
Quite possibly. The other element to add on that is what can happen quite often is somebody releases it in a festival and then you give it its actual release.
Yes.
And people in admin can do a little bit of smudging based off of which awards season they think it'll do better in. Do you get what I mean?
Yes,
whether it's up against something in 25, whether it's up against something in 26, they can do a little bit of a smudging of the figures there.
Yeah.
Because you often see stuff where it's like on a year, and then when you actually see the release dates, the cinema release dates, they're actually in January the following year.
Yeah.
But it'll be officially as 85, and then it ends up making some form of
Of course, all that could be wrong, and it was just a typo on the two different things I looked at. One said 25 and 26.
No, but it happens more often than you think. Yeah.
So directed by Curry Barker, no relation to Clive Barker. Stars and my right.
Years old?
He's 26. I actually wrote down he's 26.
Oh, so there's another.
Very young.
There's another one out in the minute. Backrooms.
Backrooms.
Like a 20-year-old.
There's actually three. There's actually three doing the rounds at the minute. There's this Obsession. There's Backrooms and Hokum.
Yes,
another small horror film
really
that are all doing really well.
Yeah.
Tony Charlton did message me and say that Hokum was very good. Stars Indy Navarrete or Navarrete and Michael Johnston. The basic plot is Michael Johnson, who plays a character called Bear, very much fancies his longtime friend Nikki. He's plucking up the courage to tell her that, all these years I've been feeling this way about you, let's do something different. He bottles it. She then loses her necklace, and he thinks, right, I'm going to buy a gift, and I'm going to kind of do it all at the same time. I'm going to buy a gift to make up for the fact she lost a necklace. Buys this, I think it's called a one-wish willow, where you basically snap it. So there's the snap, the twig snap in weapons.
Yep.
You snap it, you make a wish. So he's having a chat in the car, he bottles it, he can't tell her how he feels. She gets out of the car, heading towards her house. He remembers he's got this gift for her and thinks, you know what, I'm just going to see if it works. And basically says, I wish that Nikki loved me more than anybody else in the world. Snap. And away we go.
Okay.
But so it's a very well-used plot line. There's at least 2 or 3 other films, which I think The Craft back in the 90s.
It's a horror, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a horror, yeah. So with the wish thing of wishing somebody loved them, it's been used a few times.
Yeah, because I was going to say, it sounds like an 80s rom-com waiting to happen as well.
Well, it really isn't. Okay. So straight away, as soon as the wishes thing, there's little odd bits go on. Now, what I really liked is that it is quite indie looking, the whole thing. And the guy who plays Bear, or his character Bear, immediately thinks there's something weird. So rather than being all cheery and thinking, oh, great, she's come back to the car, she's talking to me in a different way, it works and she loves me and all that, he's instantly unsettled by the fact that her personality's changed. And then it basically just escalates into some quite unsettling, unnerving stuff. The Indy Navarrete is absolutely... Well, they're both brilliant, but she's absolutely brilliant. There's some parts in it where she switches for whatever reason, because she feels that she don't love him as much anymore and that kind of thing, which is just very unsettling, very scary, very unnerving. There's some key scenes. The first bit that I think myself and Maxine, because we went to see it together, properly jumped out of her skin is there's a bedroom scene where, without giving a bit away, she's kind of in the room with him, but she starts doing this strange kind of backward kind of walking, and then there's a point where he's laid in bed on his own and you know something's going to happen, and then something does happen and literally jumps out of our skins. But there's then various scenarios they're in. They're at a party, they're in a restaurant, and things kind of happen, and she goes absolutely doolally, and it ends really well as well. It doesn't take an easy kind of way out. It ends really well, so nice. It's a top watch for me.
Well, I will have watched it by the next time. I feel like I want to go and watch all three of them in a day, if I'm honest, because I was highly recommended by Andrew from Parkway, who he said, come in and watch Hokum. He said, I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah. It's really well shot. There's a bit I wrote.
So I want to watch all three of them.
Particularly a bit down where she's in the doorway of his apartment, and it's really dark, but they've managed to just light her eyes. She's got quite big eyes as a person, and they've just lit her eye, and it looks absolutely brilliant. But there's loads of really well shot, really given the budget and all the rest of it.
For me, you can be nothing more positive than that. People are watching intelligent horrors now, so it's not about you have to follow a storyline. It's not just about slash them and cut them and jump scares. People are getting invested in the story, so you actually genuinely care for the people that are getting not care, but you're on the ride.
Yeah.
That's clearly on the rise, and freedom, like visual freedom, has become a new, I say a new thing. It's having a resurgence where people with a small budget are allowed to go under the radar, so the producers are not interfering in what the market data says it should be doing, and it's working.
Yeah.
And I think we had an earlier podcast where I specifically said if producers get out their own way, I think you'll find. I think I said that. I can't remember. It was probably about 8 months ago or something, and it's working. And to me, that's great. That's why I need to go and see all three of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
nice.
It's a word of mouth thing again with this.
Yes.
People are talking about it. Same with Hokum as well. People are talking
Anything
about
on the music?
No, really good score. Don't think there was particularly any soundtrack, any kind of. I think it was set. I think it's actually set in the 90s. I might be wrong on that. The only other thing to say about it is the aspect ratio. So it's not full widescreen. It's not 4.3 either. It's somewhere kind of in between.
Right.
Like a short squashed rectangle.
Yeah, I mean,
but not a square.
There's loads now. But yeah, what you probably.
I don't know what the idea of that
widescreen,
was. I don't know why they chose to do it that way, because it's not old-fashioned TV square. You know what I mean?
No.
It's a bit more.
16:9 can be a little bit like that. It just seems like 16:9 seems to be the widescreen format, but it's not. That's 2x4x1, 2.4x1. But
So that's all I've got.
What are we on Starridge?
I'm going 4.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I've definitely got to go and see it then.
Definitely
we'll go and see it, kid.
It's still on. Still on at the cinema.
Nice. So,
over to you, sir.
I went to see Mandalorian and Grogu on the day it came out, and it was good. I'm glad I did that. I saw it at the Lux because it had a packed audience, and I always feel like if you're going to go and watch an event film, it's miles better when you've got other people there, because there was a few whooping and hollering, which for a UK audience is...
Oh, that's good. I like a bit of whoop and holler.
Yeah. So it just makes you feel it's like getting there, and there was a lot of laughs in there, mainly with Grogu. But yeah, and it just felt like going back to, it's not as good as Sinners by any stretch, but going back to what I said about Sinners, like Sinners as a movie doesn't stand up to say one battle after another, but as an experience, it knocks everything out of it. Like I would continuously go and watch it again in the cinema. One thing I do like about this film is, yes, if you really want to get the most out of it, there are a lot of characters that are coming into it from past episodes. But I don't think that strictly means you couldn't just go and watch it as its own entity. And my review on it is that if I had to leave my Star Wars hat at home. So that might sound a bit counterproductive for watching a Star Wars film. But I had to enjoy this as its own film, because if I do start thinking on the levels of a Star Wars fan, I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things in particular. It's in the trailers and stuff like that, so you're not going to be too surprised. But Rotter the Hutt, who is Jabba the Hutt's son, plays a very, very meaty role in it, and I mean that in the strictest sense. He looks like...
Is he voiced by somebody in
particular? The guy who plays the bear.
Yes, that's Jeremy Allen White.
Yes. But the Hutts have spoken in a different language, in a different accent, in every single thing. He speaks with a very clear American accent.
Right.
And they've kind of reduced his echo and bass to make him seem more human. And not only that, he looks like he's had every steroid you can take. He is absolutely ripped. Now, the CG for that also didn't cut it for me. And I think like they could have gone about that storyline a bit better. But leaving my Star Wars hat at home, I enjoyed it for what it was. All the set pieces in it, there's a little piece in the middle that sort of just dies off a little bit, but it also builds a little bit of relationship between Mandalorian and Grogu. Because you've seen Mandalorian nurturing Grogu all this time. There's kind of a little bit in the middle where that's reversed. So, again, leaving my Star Wars at home, I was there for it. Yeah. In general, all the set pieces, if anybody tells me that the set pieces are not fantastic for cinema, they are lying. They're unbelievable. All the action set pieces, every single one of them, it's just start to finish. It's like, this is amazing. Sound was amazing. It's got Sigourney Weaver in it, so I think she's now completed. I think she's completed the Star. Is she in Star Trek at any point? Because if not, then she's still got Star Trek to do. I found that a little bit, again, Star Wars hat to one side. I found that, to be honest with you, a little bit jarring because she's phoning it in. But her phoning it in is still good.
Yeah.
But she's a great actress, you know what I mean? And her character's good, but it just felt like fan service.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed, start to finish, I enjoyed the film. Sound, it's that Ludwig Göransson and someone else. I can't remember who the other person is. I think this is a dual one.
Van Beethoven?
No, I think he's dead. But basically, it's just like what you expect from a Mandalorian. I wouldn't say it's what you expect from a Star Wars film. It's what you expect from a Mandalorian. Yeah. It's like a Mandalorian episode on steroids, basically.
Yeah.
But you can watch. I think you can watch it without
better as a film than Peaky Blinders film was as a film.
Yes,
because that really did feel like just
this is slightly better than that as it's standalone. Like I said, you can definitely rock up to without ever watching a Mandalorian episode and still enjoy this one. There is one thing I absolutely loved. The bits where Mandalorian goes to visit the twins. Now, the Hutt twins, if anybody watching, I think it's parts of Mandalorian or even Book of Boba Fett, I can't remember. It's Jabba the Hutt's twin siblings. There's a bit walking up to that where he has to get through to get to them. It's stop motion. Miniature stop motion.
Oh, right, okay.
They've gone back and done for that scene, and it's all the better for it. Think Ed 209, that type of thing, but done to today's resolution and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. And if you are a bit of a geek like that, and you think it's genuine old-fashioned stop motion, and it just works so well. Like I said, those set pieces are really good. There's one set piece that kind of mimics when Luke drops in the Rancor pit in Jedi. There's a set piece for that where Mandalorian drops down into something. And at first, I guess if you're not a Star Wars fan, and this is me talking about leaving my Star Wars hat, it would probably seem a bit like, that doesn't suit. But there are so many concept images I've seen previously that was going to be in Star Wars films where they've clearly drawn from. Dave Filoni has probably looked at old Ralph McQuarrie images. And there's this, I don't know if it's a spoiler, is it? But there's a really big monster in the water, and I really loved it. I thought it was quite good.
I think there's a big monster in the water in the trailer.
Right,
So that's
okay,
all
so
right.
there you go. But the
ground.
sound on that scene is phenomenal. So, like, again, watching it in the looks and I think it was just the best way to watch it. So I would definitely recommend you go and watch it. I would give it a 3.5.
3.5. I thought it was going to be higher. Right,
No.
3.5, yeah.
No,
yeah.
I think when I have to star this, I have to put my Star Wars hat back on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ironically.
Yeah.
So as a Star Wars fan, I can't put it up to sort of like the canon films. You know what I mean? This is as enjoyable as, say, A Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Something like that. We do have a Star Wars character here.
Do we have a Star Wars character?
Yeah. Come here. We've got my dog, Chewbacca. Come on then. Oh, come on then. Oh, up you come, up you come. There we go. There's Chewbacca.
Hello, little Chewie.
Okay, so is
All
that
good.
it? Are we wrapped? Mm-hmm. Cool. Right, so we'll see you on the next one, which will be a retro review, I think.
It will. We don't know what yet, but it'll be juicy.
Cool. All right then. See you guys.
See you later.